friend that works right at that gas station. And she's a funny cat. She talks constantly. Sometimes you really got to wait to get through the line, but it's just part of her. It's just her thing. And she's got a big heart and she's super sweet. Got a great husband. I've met her husband, seen him several times. He's just a charming person. And she works so hard. I have seen that place with only one or two employees. She would work all the extra hours, come back after she just got off from opening early at daybreak and work some more and just really tried hard. And it's a nice little store and it's a fairly safe store in a pretty good area. And gosh, she's just been around there forever. No, that's a mess. I still haven't got my product back or the pay. It's still sitting, and the customer signed for it. But anyway, so I had heard through the grapevine that they might make her a manager or whatever, and I didn't know if she'd really want to take it or not. They really needed a good manager to stand their ground. They I've known about three that went through there. And I guess the last one got involved with some homeless young folks that had a baby and were sleeping in their car, and they became kind of problematic. Uh, they were using her for a babysitter so they could supposedly be looking for work, and they never did. They were mooching off at the Crosspoint Church, and it was just kind of messy and sitting up all hours of the night smoking crack in the parking lot and with the doors open on the car and when you have a baby you've got to pay attention. They creepy crawl. You've got to have eyes behind your head, on the sides of your head, everything, and they're just little, so you really got to pay attention to them. And it was really sad. And the last manager was like babysitting the kid to try to so-called help these folks. Then the girl wanted to work there and then said she was prejudiced or some crap or something. They got a big battle outside the building. Police were called. And then the babysitter was interviewed about the situation and stuff. And it got kind of problematic. But she just kind of threw her hands up and said she was just absolutely done after she was helping people and she ended up quitting her job. And it was really sad. And so, sometimes you have those days. So, anyway, this girl, she's just stood through all this mess. And she's a funny character. And I want to tell you, there are times where I had been, down and out for a long while. And, storage was costing me over $1,000 a month. And it was just really tough. And the weather and the heat last year, it was just unreal. You're only getting, 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. And I mean, at this point, I get about 5 or 6 on the average. But the heat is coming back again. But uh, it was really rough. And the days with no gas and sitting around for 2 and 3 days in the parking lot with no fuel, nothing to eat. And this girl, took care of me sometimes without even asking. She knew I was in bad shape. And it's just ultimately kind, and just would never let me repay her. And so I imagine she just does that with a lot of folks because she just got the biggest heart in the world, and she kind of to me represents the old South country girl, just real sweet, simple, just loves life and loves people. And so I mean, you never go in there without her smiling. And she's always got something super neat to say. Even if she has some complaints, she's always got something super neat to say. So in the meantime, they have been without a manager for quite some time. And oh yeah, she's really nice people. I mean, she's so devoted. She works her booty off. It's a little tiny girl, and she's an older girl, but she's just tiny. And so she's always happy-go-lucky. So anyway, I heard that she had got promoted, and I wasn't sure of it or not. And so I went in there today. I hadn't seen her in some time because I'm really around here, and the hours that I am, she's not here. Um, and they've hired a lot of people since, and some of the people left this store and went to the Destin store. And so anyway, uh, I just saw her just now, and she's always got some amazing discussion. Don't ever think you're going into that store to just buy your fuel or whatever and get out in a moment's notice, because you won't. I don't care if there's people ahead of you, people behind you, or it's just you. She's always going to carry a conversation, and she's just bubbly, happy all the time. She's a funny character, and so and she means well. She always means well. And if you don't smile, you'll laugh because she's funny as heck. And she'll brighten your day. You know, you got to say that much. It's better than going in a place where they're on the phone, they don't have time for you, they can't hear you, and they're miserable and all that. It's kind of a different little thing. It's kind of like small town theory. You know, it's quite interesting. But anyway, I just saw her, and I said, so did they ever end up making you manager? And she said, well, yeah. And she proudly whoops her badge over on her vest and shows it to me. And she's like all proud. And I said, well, congratulations. And she's, I don't even know that she really wanted the job, honestly. And they probably should have made her manager a while back because she was doing all the manager stuff for months and months and months. And so anyway, and the district mans would come down and they'd be giving her all kinds of hell and stuff. And it's like, she's not even the manager, you know. And the store, she's had it going on. And she's had some great employees working there. It's been a long time since they had crappy employees there, several years. So I used to live out in this area. And so anyway, she's all proud. She got her promotion and everything. And she says, I said, well, how do you like it? She said, well, I guess it was last month they had some big competition with all of the stores across, the United States, the Murphy USA gas stations. And so, her being a recent manager, I mean, really recent, um, probably a few months, if that, her store took first in the entire region, she said. She said, and not only that, she got a $5,000 bonus from the company, paid directly to her. The only problem was that $5,000 bonus, they take taxes out of that. So she decided that that wasn't fair. You'll never believe this. So she decided that, her crew worked just as hard as she did to get to that point. And she felt that it was unfair. So what did she do? She deducted the taxes out, took a portion of that money, and the rest she divvied up amongst all of the coworkers. You believe that? And her words were, I didn't do it by myself. My coworkers were just as responsible for it as me. And she said, and they needed to be rewarded. I couldn't take all that money. It was like stealing. I was like, oh my gosh. So that tells you what kind of boss that is, where they do have compassion, they're sincere, and they're just all around nice people. I mean, that's pretty amazing, especially in this day and age, to be giving away money like that. Um, uh, Yeah, and so for 5K, she probably kept 1,500 or 2K of it, and the rest she divvied out with the little employees that worked there, like four of them or five of them, and it's a small store. Um, I mean, that's amazing. That right there is amazing grace. Okay, that is blessings. Pay it forward. So, you never know if you get a job and things are going to be good, they're going to be bad, or if people really care if you're there or not. But by God, this girl has made her employees put them up on pedestals. Yeah, pretty neat. And I may have a little surprise for her in the near future, next time I come around this area, because she never would let me repay her for helping me those times that she did. Never would let me repay her. It was like nothing to her. It was just another day in life, and no one should suffer. And that was really kind of her, um, and without me even asking. Without me even asking. So, always remember there's always good things out of every day. You learn something new every day. Being kind to a stranger is one of the neatest things you could do. And just being kind in this day and age where there's so much negativity has come out since the pandemic, people are just plain mean. And that's not what has made this world go around for years. Love has made this world go around for years. So be like my friend, and love every day, and show the love to the people around you, and leave your mark in this world. That's what it's all about. All right. I hope you guys have a great one. I hope you enjoyed that story. That's a true story. And I hope you have a really great and blessed day. Do something kind for a stranger. Love everybody. And I promise I'll see you in the next one. Love you.